I'm very excited to share some experiences that we made at HomeGate. And I want to tell you first, before I start, a little bit about the situation when I joined HomeGate. This was in 2016. And when I joined, we've been around 65 people. Quite nice company. So a couple of years later, we are already 105 people. So 65, 105, it's a huge difference. So we were located, or we used to be located in Zurich and Lausanne, and one single person in the Ticino. Then we extended to Belgrade, so this is not Switzerland anymore. When I started, we were talking Swiss German, German and French, and even the Italian speaking guy could speak German, so it was not a big deal. But today, we have some more languages here in this company. So of course, we can't speak Russian, or I can't speak Polish. For that reason, we are speaking English. And English is just the mother language of, let's say, 5 or 6 people. So it's a little bit different compared to those days when I started. So why do I tell you this? So the challenge with a different language or with a different culture is that people have different feelings, experiences, cultures, histories, whatever, and connections to the brand or the company they're supposed to work for. And yes, we grew super fast. So from 65 to 105 within 3 years, this is really amazing. So don't get me wrong, growth is something very positive. It's super, it's interesting. We had a lot of trust from our management board, from the board, from T-Media, and we had the chance really to go big. But yes, what does this mean for the company, for the brand? The thing was, with so many new people, the brand was not speaking anymore with one voice through all the different channels. So that means employee branding. You need to translate everything. It's really hard. So before I start telling you what we did, I would like to introduce you a little bit to our business so that you get a picture. So some of you maybe know already HomeGate. You were maybe looking already for an apartment or a new home, house, wherever. But the business of HomeGate is very simple. It's about customers. They pay for listing. They are offering property to consumers that are searching for property on a platform that is called HomeGate. And on that platform, supply meets demand. Super simple, super easy. So yeah, that sounds simple, but dreaming of a new home is usually something very nice. So you have pictures in your mind about a balcony, a nice garden, whatever. But reality is really hard because finding takes sometimes very long. And this is a picture from an article from the Tagi where people are queuing in front of an apartment in Seefeld. So this is reality. So if you're looking for something, it's like that. So again, reasons are very often not that nice because the reality is sometimes pretty painful. So life is changing and you're challenged with moving, even if you didn't want to. And again, our situation, maybe some of you are marketing guys and you heard maybe already about the Net Promoter Score. And for those who haven't heard about the Net Promoter Score, asking people the question, how likely is it that you would recommend this company, product or service to a colleague or a friend, gives us an understanding how positive your company is seen from your audience. So if we are asking for our Net Promoter Score, people allow very often to overshadow our product because of their personal experience. Just to give you an example, if you're calling a real estate agent and the real estate agent doesn't call you back, or you're looking for an apartment, you don't get the apartment, or you don't find the apartment of your dreams. So this is always something very negative that overshadows our product. So we are just a platform, but it was on HomeGate where we had this poor experience because the real estate agent didn't call you back. So, and yes, our platform is beautiful, but there are some more out there. They look quite similar. So, and yes, we are the market leader. We are. But honestly, we never took care to have a positive connotation. So, to my understanding, if we really want to have a connection to our audience, if it's consumers or customers, we really need some emotions. So before you can share some emotions, you should actually be aware, who are we? What is our brand about? And what's our positioning out there? So we went on a very emotional journey. So we, in that case, is the management team of Homegate. And we went on an offsite. And you see, this is the management team. One is missing, with someone from our agency who was supporting us on that journey. But we were off for 2 days. It was hard work, many papers on the floor, on the walls. So very creative journey and very emotional journey. And the challenge was really, let's build a positioning that will help us to define how we want to drive our brand, our product, and our marketing communication with customers and consumers. So the thing is, if you want to define yourself, you ask yourself about the vision, the benefits, essence, values, and your personal identity. And I really would love to ask you here in the audience, who of you, please raise your hand, knows by heart the vision of your company and would be able to write it down on the flip chart? Anyone here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, at least a couple of hands I can see here. Congratulations, obviously you work in great companies. So honestly, so I could do this exercise with all of those buzzwords with you. But the thing is, honestly, we couldn't. So we had 5 people in one room and everybody has different ideas and expectations and understandings of those buzzwords. So again, it was time to work on that. So maybe you recognize this wonderful red X. I just recognize that I'm quite corporate today, so I can put me here next to the slides. So it's in my heart and in my wardrobe. So we took the X from our logo and filled it with those buzzwords and tried really to fill it with life. So, you know, I'm a marketing guy, it always has to look nice, so for that reason it looks nice. So we started with the question, what are our benefits? So benefits, it's, yeah, the strengths, the abilities, the emotions, and just the benefits of a brand. And yep, here we are. We did this with an exercise. So we did a task, or we were asked to fulfill a task. And maybe some of you have heard about the elevator pitch. This is sometimes very good to define yourself. If you meet the manager of your dreams in an elevator, you should be able to present yourself within 60 seconds. And this is what we did for our brand. So we asked ourselves, let's imagine you only have 60 seconds. What are the strengths of Homegate? What is the brand about? What makes your company special? What is best about the brand, the product, the services? Whoa. Yeah, I can tell you 90 minutes. We were discussing, everybody took some notes, and we had really a huge amount of ideas and what is important. So the tech guy has a different understanding as a marketing person, me, and the product and sales guys, it was very different. But it took us a while. But we came to a conclusion. In the end, it looks so simple and easy because you can really put it in one small bubble. And the thing is just Homegate, for us at the end, is Switzerland's biggest real estate portal because it has every single property for sale or rent. It's the easiest way to find the perfect place, and you find it first on Homegate. So this is what I will say in the future if someone is meeting me in an elevator, ask me, what is Homegate about? This is what we say. And I really hope that the rest of the management team remember them to that. But this is really, it sounds funny, but it was really hard work because it took us quite a while. So the next thing was the identity. We wanted to find out about our identity. So identity of a brand. So we took an exercise and we challenged ourselves with the question, let's imagine planet Homegate. So who lives on that planet? So just imagine your brand would be a planet. Who lives on that planet? How do the inhabitants look like? How do they behave? How do they communicate with visitors? What catches visitors' attention? What is special about the planet? And why do you want to go there again? So in the first situation or in the first moment, it sounds a little bit weird because I think product, planet and brand. So, but we started really to make this picture, to paint this picture in our heads. And it was quite interesting to find out what everybody of us thought. And we came to a conclusion, again, after a couple of hours discussing, that we, as the Planet Homegate or the Planet Homegate, the brand Homegate, is from our perspective supposed to be open-minded and supporting, modern and coherent, and we really want to be lighthearted and also remarkable. So, yeah, good. That was about the identity. I will summarize it at the end, so you don't need to take notes. Anyway, so the next thing was we wanted to understand or get a common sense about our values, so the inner values and character traits of the brand. For that, we took several activities, but I just want to show you one, the photo sort. And it's quite simple. It's just 100 pictures of animals on the floor. And the question was, if homegate would be an animal, it would be. Pooh. So, you know, every single animal is standing for a value or for a character trait. Welcome to my speech. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here as well. So just imagine 100 animals on pictures on the floor, and everybody had to pick one or two because of their understanding of this animal, what it stands for. So, and we came to different animals, but it fits very well to our brand. So we had, for instance, the lion and the dog because we wanted to be strong and also seen as trustworthy. We have a fox and an elephant because we see ourselves or the brand or the company is smart and also reliable. After 20 years existing on the market, almost 20 years, of course we are adaptive like a chameleon, and we are hardworking like the little bees because we are still there. And in addition to that, we want to give you some joy, and it should be nice. So we are like dolphins, we are joyful, and this wise old gorilla, for some of us it seemed to be approachable, but this is what we understood as don't ask me, it's real life. So this is what we understood as our values, what our brand is standing for. So this one seems logical to everybody. I asked you about the vision. So you should have a vision in your company. And I think most of you have one, but people very often don't know how to really put it down into words. So this was really a hard one for us, looking to the future. But again, in the end, it was quite logical and easy. We took an exercise which is called laudatory speech, and we imagined ourselves, the brand Homegate turns 50 in the year 2051 and throws a big anniversary party. So you or us had the honor to address a speech. So we had to outline in our speech what is so great about Homegate, which is also a view to the future, our vision. So, and again, it took a while, but we came to a conclusion that helped us really to understand where we want to go in the future and what is our target, where we want to be or how we want to be in the future. So our target really is everybody in Switzerland knows and loves us. So I hope this is already a little bit the case, but for those who haven't any idea about us, in 2051 it's supposed to be like that. We set the standard for finding the perfect place. I will shorten up a little bit. We partner with our customers. This is important because partner is a bit more than people are paying for our services. So we help our customers and support them. And by the way, which is also super, super important, Homegate is the best place to work. Last but not least, the essence of the brand. This is something that should be really catchy and should fit into one sentence. And we use the technique that is called, or we called it the mega billboard. And it's just about, imagine you could put a mega billboard on the highest building in Switzerland, and you're allowed only to put 5 words or a sentence or just a short message on it. So this was actually the hardest. So it took us the most of the time really to come to that conclusion, because we discussed on every single tiny word in the sentence, but in the end we had one. And now we know really the core, the essence of our brand. And in every single word, there is something included. So it's empowering Switzerland decisions around real estate. This helps us for customers. This helps us for consumers. There is data. There is real estate. We are sticking to Switzerland. We're not going to Europe. So this is what our brand is about. And it was really an emotional journey. And it really took us a while to fill this X. Oh, I'm already running out of time, sorry. Shut up. So you see it here, it's quite a lot. And after a practice like that, you think, well, was it worth doing that? Yes, it was worth doing that, because all this emotional stuff helped us to understand who we are, who we want to be, what we want to share with our target groups. And we did a reality check to find out, yeah, was it helpful? Yes, because many things were somehow clear but never written down or explicitly communicated. And honestly, some things were not like we wanted them to be. But also we realized that many things we did intuitively right. So some quite interesting learnings for us. But the thing is, I showed you that X full with content. You can't work with that on every single day. So we created a checklist that helps us really to check every single activity against our values and the identity. Because the top of that X gives you the vision and what is the company about, but the everyday work, you are working on products or software, whatever, marketing campaign or even a Facebook post, helps you really with this checklist to check if you're on the right track. Just to give you a short example or a couple of examples quite quickly, we always struggled with the du and the sie in the German language. Maybe this is something you heard about in your daily life. So honestly, 20 years ago, we were saying "sie" to everybody because we were polite. But when we started with social media, it started to become a little bit weird, because you can't say "sie" on Facebook. It's completely crazy. But still, we stick to the "sie" in our newsletters, and we switched around. So with this checklist and the idea behind, we could really clear decide on how we want to say "du" or "sie." So we stick to the "sie" with our business customers and changed to the "du" with all of our consumers, and now it can be implemented and rolled out in every single website, newsletter, whatever. So another example, very quickly, I need to look to the time. It's we always had a social media strategy. It was just not that clear or aligned with the rest of us. So we could take our checklist, and now it's aligned. Now we have also a new design guide, and this is something that helps us on our daily work, really to understand, does it fit to our strategy or to us. Just a short example of of a competitor, not very important competitor. It's just one outside there. So they are doing something that is easy, a little bit of fun. It's just haha, humor, and they are always starting with a situation that drives you to move. Sometimes it's a little bit funny and sometimes it's sad, but it's just, oh my goodness, you still have this negative topic in front of your mind. What we do, or what we decided to do, is we turn it around. We show people that already found their place. They are already happy and they have this hassle already behind them. So it's just focusing to the positive part of the emotion. And to us, it helped us really to increase our awareness and the positive connotation of our brand. And we can see it in our daily work that people are giving positive feedback, and our awareness the awareness is increasing. Again, checklist. So I could tell you more and more and more and more. I promised you some do's and don'ts, but don't get me wrong. Do's and don'ts are nothing you should copy paste. It's just something that we experienced and that helped us really to create something new and something good for us. So I can only tell you my personal advice is it's really worth dare step back, take your time, go on an offsite, question your personal mindset and start discussions. It's really hard work and it looks funny, but it really takes time, and really do or be emotional and just feel the things you want to share with your audience, with your customers and with your consumers. And again, the don'ts, just a recommendation from my side. Don't stick to old traditions. So don't get me wrong, traditions are nothing bad. It's always good to have traditions, but just sometimes you need new traditions. Don't be afraid of the effort. Yes, it's time consuming and it's expensive, but it's worth. And do not think everybody thinks and feels the same like you do. So this was the most important finding for us. And now it's your turn. Find out if you can go on a journey by yourself with your colleagues from your companies. I'm here. I'm happy to discuss if you have any questions. If you want to share some experiences you had in your company, you can contact me. I'm also on LinkedIn and Xing and happy to exchange with you. Thank you and have a nice day here at Chemiedia.